My favorite river is Nile. No, I fucked it
You
up.
fucked it up.
Do y'all have Dickies here?
Dickies?
Dickens here?
Barbecue?
Yeah.
They got this combo called the Dickie Doo combo.
Dicky do?
Yeah, when you eat so much, your stomach stick out more than your Dickie do.
I just want you to know, just in case he goes AWOL,
AWOL.
he is from Africa.
Oh my God.
Just, hey,
If
do
you
you
didn't
bless rains? Because I've been eating some rains blessed.
You said what?
It's a Toto's reference.
So
Changes never last. I've given up my time and money to tell you that I love you, honey. Don't tell me that you're sorry for the past.
what is up, guys? Welcome back to your favorite show. This is the GameChangerZ Network. I am Fabrice Fuanji. This is
Daniel Montoya.
We are the GameChangerZ Network, and you too can become a game changers. And today we got a special guest in the building, country singer, and overall a special freaking legend with the cool ass hat. This is JR McNutt.
What's up?
What's up?
How
What's
y'all
poppin'?
doing?
Welcome to the Game Changers, baby.
This is awesome.
Going
I
on?
just want to know, where'd you get the hat from? I'm trying to get me one.
I got one. I got it from Boot Barn. So
Oh, they don't have that much style at Boot Barn. I go
It's,
to Boot Barn.
Do you really?
I do actually.
When?
I wear cowboy outfits all the time. Go to my Instagram. I got a cowboy fit.
Sus.
But
Oh, yeah.
Boot Barn doesn't got that much drip.
yeah, they got a lot of variety. They got Cody James brand. I don't want to promote them too much. I want to wait till they sponsor me.
They sponsor
but,
it. Hey, Boot Barn, what's up?
Yeah. I'm trying to change
Holla.
my drip, right?
Dollar for $1. So, welcome to the show, baby. Before we even get started on anything, we got some Diplomatico. Shout out to Paula and Christian Rodriguez for that. We're
Shout
gonna
out,
take a
shout out.
shot. Welcome to the show, baby.
This
Cheers.
is going to take all the nerves away, okay?
Oh, yeah,
All the nerves away.
I'm gonna regret that for sure.
That's delicious.
It's really good.
I regret
Very
that decision
spicy.
instantly. Instant regrets.
I'm
Why
good,
is
so I
it
need
so
water.
spicy? Optimus Prime, sponsor me.
It's that drink is about as solid, tasty, and lovely as your music. And let's get into that, man. You got some good freaking music,
Dude,
man.
thanks, man.
For sure. So on the way here, I was prepping up for your music, and even actually 2 days before, because he sent me your stuff. I was like, what does he do? He was like, he's a country singer. I was like, ain't no way, boy. So he sends me your playlist, and you just dropped a new album called, I don't know when you dropped it. I don't know if
Oh, it's
new to me.
Oh, the Origins.
Yes.
I released that. It's got everything from when I first started all the way to more of the current stuff that I do. So it's got like the variety of sound or the journey of me finding my sound. So that's why I titled it Origin.
Nice.
I just released it all at
The
once.
beginning, origins.
origin.
And I love it. Like, I love it. I listened to it on the way here, and like, mind you, I rarely listen to country. Of course, you probably know him, Wheeler Walker Jr. That's more in my taste.
I get told I look like him when I wear my glasses.
Nah, look like
Well, you know,
Wheeler Walker.
I'm aiming for it.
Hey, put it on. Let me see. Let's just see. We'll do a side by side.
Does he look like Wheeler Walker?
Yeah, we'll do a little side by side. Let's see.
Side-by-side
Wheeler Walker.
comparison.
100%.
I see it.
Bro.
I see it.
More
100%.
Hank Jr. More Hank Jr.
Yeah, more like him. Okay.
Family tradition.
I was gonna say eating pussy, kicking iron, but anyway.
Hey, she's a country music fan.
That is, but
I
I,
love that
do
song.
love like your songs, and so obviously you got great songs. That the album starts off really chill with Anymore, right? And then the next song, which is let me try. I'm not gonna remember it.
I don't either.
Yeah, I try to remember
Somewhere
it, but
back there.
And then it kicks up, and it's like back and forth. So I really love like how you switch in and out from vibes and stuff like that. So, what inspiration do you find? How do you find inspiration to make your music?
It was a lot of, I can't even say trial and error. It was just a lot of stuff that I went through.
Gotcha.
And music was my outlet. And so like any experience that I went through, I thought to myself as far as like, you know, writing it is my therapy, performing it allows everyone to have something to relate to. Right. So people that are going through the thick of it, you know, their wife just left them or their dad died or, you know, anything like that, they have something they can relate to. But also, you know, it's just been a journey in itself. It's almost selfish because it seems like it's a diary of my experiences or just stories that I want to share with people that came to mind or
Dang. That's deep. So speaking of that, going like origin back to the OG. So the reason I know JR, we went to middle school and high school together. Here in Andrews, represent Andrews High. Whoop whoop.
Yeah.
Alma mater, we singing thy praise or something like that.
That's something like
So
that.
badass. I'm just saying.
I slowly lose it. Each year that goes by.
Right.
I'm like, it's fading out. You know?
But
So
that's
sick.
where we met. We met. I want to say it was like back in middle school. We were playing football together, like sixth or seventh grade.
Wait. Before you even continue, what position did you play?
Left guard and right tackle.
Okay.
Let me just say
Hold on,
this,
wait.
Matt.
What did you play?
Right tackle and defensive end.
You said you
But-
played running
He said,
guard.
"Look, I was there.
What?
Okay, that's all
You
that
said you
matters."
played running back.
Running back.
Yeah, you said you played like something.
In
important.
middle school, no.
Oh, okay. In high
Yeah.
school, probably.
No, not even in high school. They wouldn't give me opportunity. Damn. I was a quick little dude, man. Look, so this man right here. So how tall are you?
6'2".
He's 6'2". I've been like, I was 5'6". He was already 6'2" in seventh grade.
Yeah,
Like,
I changed.
yeah.
I was 6'2" at 13. Well,
Yeah.
that's close around.
Yeah, it's close to that. I'm telling you,
Golly.
he was a big dude. It was him and what's his name? Justin Polk. Him and Justin Polk were like the twin towers. They're huge. And then the rest of our line was like,
But they put you at right guard.
They're all
Yeah.
Polk
Could
nut.
have been like middle guard or something, left
They
guard.
always
Polk nut.
confused us.
Yeah,
together
Polk
all the
and
time.
McNutt.
They're all McPolk.
McPolk, get your butt over here. Yeah, sir. And he's always had that voice too.
No, like your whole life.
Coming over here. Yeah.
Bro, that's crazy.
I don't even hear it like that. It's like real tinny in my head.
What? You probably came
fun
out the
fact.
womb like, hey, mom.
I was like, "Hey, where's the milk at, mama?"
She's like, yes, sir. Anything you want, sir.
Whatever you want.
Wham! Bust out.
That's so sick.
I like it. But anyway, so going back to the origins.
Yeah.
So I can remember a time we were in high school and country music I don't think was even on your radar. We were going, when we were in high school, we were going through an emo stage. So I remember The Rock and the, do you remember this?
Yes.
So he used to bring his guitar. We didn't have parties in high school, but we had get-togethers.
Oh yes.
Yeah, we had
Gatherings.
gatherings,
Reunions.
in high school. You know what I'm saying? And
Unity.
at that point in time, it was rock, or it was I don't even know what it was like, the alternative rock. I guess you could say.
Like what bands? What
Yes.
bands or groups are we talking? Y'all were listening to?
It wasn't listening. He was singing to us.
Yellow
Like he was,
Card.
Yellow Card, and we'd be like around fires and drinking water and Dr. Peppers and
Sparkling
Tasty.
waters.
sparkling waters. You know,
Topo Chicos?
Topo Chico one out yet, but we're drinking sparkling water. There you go. But anyway, so we were doing that, and I remember at that point in time, you were into like the rock side of it, right?
Oh, yeah.
And it was a pretty heavy thing. And what transitioned you from that to going into like country?
My rebellious stage. It was, there I was smoking cigarettes. I mean, candy cigarettes. And I was like, hey, no, but jokes aside, it's kind of sad. It's a sad story. I was doing rock, and then I started going to the church, or like going to playing for church and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So it kind of like got me into that southern rock
Gotcha.
feel,
Yeah.
And then in 2016, before I started like doing this journey full time, is when my dad passed away. And when he passed, I could recall a time whenever he called me at work, and he said, "Hey man," or he didn't say "Hey man," he said, "Hey son,"
Yeah.
"Hey son,"
As a dad does.
and he said, he goes, "I told my friends about your you being a country singer now," and I was playing at church, and he knew about that.
Right.
Wow.
And he goes, you better send me one of those albums." And I was like, okay. Like it sounded funny back then, because I was just like, that's strange that you would
Ask for that.
say that, and I never would have thought that would be my journey. Same thing.
Right.
I'm like, I'm alternative rock.
Yeah.
Like, come on, guys.
Mean.
And then that began my journey where I was singing alternative rock voice into country music.
Right.
Randy Rogers, you've been on my mind. Like that's how I sang it back then.
I got
Yeah.
you. So in terms of that, then who were your artists that you were looking at beginning, like who that you want to kind of like emulate or inspired you to hone in on your voice?
In the country realm was Randy Rogers. because I remember cruising with Dylan like on the Mustang Loop.
Yep.
And just jamming out to Aaron Watson and Randy Rogers, Elton John.
Classic.
You know.
I know him.
So those of you that don't know who these people are, these are This is Texas country music artists. These are some of the biggest, these are big name people in Texas country. So go look them up. Go check them out. Great music.
Texas legends, if you will.
Yes.
Yeah, household names up in here. Okay. And so once you ended up like picking up your voice and your style, right? How did you hone in on it? Because I'm sure you probably went through a couple of iterations before you picked yours, or did you already like know like this is my set voice?
I at first was trying really hard, almost too hard,
Gotcha.
to create that style and find my voice. And then I relied on everyone else to kind of like tell me whether or not. And it got to the point where it was like I realized I was like, man, what's my voice? What is, and it just kind of grew in itself. Because first it was real alternative, and then it went to real raspy. But that was whenever I was like,
Gotcha.
I was going hard at life, at that point.
Oh yeah.
Very raspy, a lot of smokes, a lot of cigarettes.
Yeah.
A lot of cigarettes, a lot of whiskey.
A lot of whiskey.
I'm like, hey, what's going on, guys? JR McNutt here. Like,
Yes.
So it was a bit of soul searching.
it was.
Okay.
And then like the voice was there.
Right.
And honestly, I still can catch a mixture of early tones, when I'm going like in the higher keys or, falsetto and stuff, which I do. And
I don't believe it.
down to the low notes.
I
while
heard it
I'm
in the
talking.
album. I saw like I know he does. I know he does.
Whoa!
And you go, hey.
I try to hit that broad spectrum.
Yeah. You definitely have that range in there.
Yeah, and what's funny is like when I stopped trying to get through performing and getting through things instead of just taking it in, breathing what I do. Like that's when the voice came into play, and now I know like what my style is. But it's cool to be versatile and have that option to, if I wanted to do choir stuff, I could do that too.
That's cool.
Yeah. I hung up the smoke, so
hung it up.
Congratulations.
I put those smokes out. There's a song.
That's a good.
That's
Is that a real song?
I put the smoke out. I like that. That's a good song.
Yeah.
Okay. So let me ask you then. I'm sorry I asked that. So do you think that finding your voice helped you find your identity?
Kind of a little bit, hand in hand.
Gotcha.
That when I found my voice, I definitely found a glimpse of who I was, and then it led into me trying, like, I saw the potential in myself for the first time. Because before I felt like I was just kind of faking it to make it kind of thing. So there was a lot of doubt. I was always, I'm always the hardest on myself. Even when I perform, like the songs I performed yesterday, I still feel like I'm my worst critic. So
That's crazy. Yeah.
but
So I got a question for you, because I'm not a singer musician, but I like to play instruments. So I am my own worst critic when it comes to that, and I like to watch myself in playback, and I'm like, you missed that. You could have made a run there. You didn't make a run there. You played that too long or whatever. Do you do that to yourself when you're watching back your lives?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
When we watch this, I'm gonna be like, oh, what did I do that for?
What am I thinking?
And then make sure you edit. Oh, what did I do that for?
That'd be cool.
I'm not telling you how to do your job or nothing. Sorry, guys.
Got you. No, that's a really good question you asked that, because I feel like a lot of artists sometimes, especially people that are creative or have to put out or feel like they have to put out something good, are very harsh on themselves. Like they have that pressure on them.
It almost like that pressure creates something that's not reachable from others. I mean, confidence is important.
Right.
Oh yeah.
But if you get to the point where you're not working on yourself, that's whenever it's like, oh, you're done.
Yeah.
Hang it up. So with me, it was just constantly, nothing's ever good enough. I'm gonna start crying. Just kidding. Nothing's ever good enough. So I'm just gonna keep on trying to make it better.
Right.
You know, and and it is trial and error as well, because you're like listening back on it. I'm like, oh wow, why did I scream so much during that set?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, or like, oh, I sped up. You know, where am I going? You know,
Where are you trying to go?
like, where are you going? Slow down, man.
You got all night, man. You got all night.
It's almost like watching the playback of scrimmages and games
Yeah.
and football.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's important, you know. But yeah, no,
That's awesome.
if you're hard on yourself, you're in the right place.
Oh, yeah.
True. That's very true. Cough, cough.
Catchphrase. Cachet.
Oh man,
No, man. So I'm a big fan. Like I don't listen to country often, and when I do, I jam out. And on the way here, I was jamming out. So I love it. So let's talk about that. So you said it's called Origins, and it spans from your like a commiserations of all your songs in one piece. So what's the oldest song on there and the newest one?
the oldest one on that one is going to be Secondhand.
Secondhand.
That was the first song I ever released.
That's the second to last one, I think. Third to last one.
Oh yeah,
I think so. Yeah.
They're the last one.
I was jamming. I'm telling you. And the newest one.
and that one was actually the song's about letting someone go like too quick.
Yeah.
You know, and then watching them move on, and you're like, dang it, that could have been us.
Yep.
And so then you're stuck having to take the second hand, which kills you more.
Right.
Using smoke as
Yeah.
the reference point on it. I was pretty proud of it. Like looking back on it, I'm like, man, and I wonder how I hit those high notes so flawlessly back then. I wonder how I hit those high notes so flawlessly back then. I used to be I'm gonna say it, but,
Yeah, I get you. No, I find that interesting. So, what's the newest song on your album?
Crossroads on that one.
Gotcha.
But I have a couple of new ones that. But let me go back to Crossroads because I like Crossroads a lot.
Okay.
Talk about it.
Crossroads was co-produced by my buddy Donnie Evans. I wrote the song about a bar in Big Spring that I went to whenever I lost my dad. My wife left. My wife left, and so my kids were gone. And so basically, I was going there to just drink to forget,
Right.
to drink to the next day. So the song is literally about, here's to another one to us. So here's to the next round, pretty much is what it's saying. And then immediately my ADHD goes into DJ Khaled. Another one. Like, it's like, we the best.
Yeah.
I didn't do that on purpose, but yeah, and that one got a lot of like. Whenever I was trying to decide which one I was going to record last. Oh wait, is "Baby I Need You" on there?
No.
It's
I don't
not.
think so.
Okay, because I released that as okay.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of myself right now. But
ADHD.
ADHD, squirrel.
Squirrel.
Wonder how that squirrel's going so fast. I wonder if
The memes
I wonder
are
if the
all
Flash
rolling.
goes as fast as the squirrel.
Right.
Oh
Maybe.
man, DC
Maybe.
and Marvel is awesome. You're like, that's
Yeah,
how ADHD
exactly.
works.
Oh yeah.
But so Crossroads. Yeah, Donnie's the one who picked that one. I was like, out of like a handful of them, which a few of them were already recorded because I used to run a studio in Big Spring. But he picked that one, and anytime I've performed that song, there's a thing that happens when you're in front of people performing a song, and when it's a good one. No matter if it's like busy or if it's just a handful of people, you can watch the air just leave the room. Like it captures everybody, and then when you get done playing, like I take applause as a compliment, but when it's silent too,
That's another.
it's like
That's a huge.
I got you.
Yeah.
Right. So, oh man, the very first song on your album, Anymore, right? Tell me, because I started out, I don't know what to expect. I know it's going to be country, but I don't know what to expect. And then it's like, it plays. And what's the first line that you say?
I love you, but I'll leave you just as fast.
I'm like, God damn.
I was so mad when I wrote that.
I'm like, God, this the first song?
The first line of the first song.
And I'll leave you so fast. And the next song's a love song.
That's my life.
And so it goes up and down. And I see that correlation. And so how do you apply that? Like whenever you're putting the album together, how do you, and I see the correlation in your life and stuff like that going on. So how does that speak into your music?
My emotions are always pretty sporadic, or like the experiences of my life. I use this line a lot. I live fast. Life's too short to live this fast. And I still,
Live fast.
have my moments, and it's like, you got to look back the right way. But the album is pretty sporadic in itself too. So it's just got I love it. I love just hearing it just kind of play out and referring to it. And it's funny because before I used to be hard on myself about listening to my own music, and I was like, God, I'm so vain. Like, but I'm like judging myself when I'm listening to it too. Sometimes I get burnt out. I'm like, no.
Yeah. I'm tired of myself.
It's like alone. Yeah, I get it.
I'm tired of listening to that one.
But yeah, I didn't really focus too much on the structure,
Right.
Chronologically, because I could have, and that's the reason why, is because if I went by each song at the time, it wouldn't necessarily capture how I felt.
Gotcha.
Overall, when releasing it. But I love kind of like mixing it up at the same time, because then it gives everybody an opportunity to go, why does he sound different on this one than he does on this one?
Yep.
Yep. It raises question.
It does. It raised my question. I was like,
I have a beard.
Yeah, weird. Here we go.
So I really think it's something that you should keep honing in on, especially with your voice tone and your voice shifts. And obviously, country's one of those places where if you don't listen to it, every country artist seems like they have the same voice. But once you pick out who, you're like, okay, I know whose voice this is off the rip. And so your voice is also one of those that's very distinctive.
Oh, thank you.
Distinctive.
It is.
So
Something about that though. One compliment, or I take it as a compliment, that I hear almost all the time is, hey man, I don't normally listen to country, but whatever you're doing,
I
listen to
I
that.
listen to that.
And it's like, all right, cool.
Keep it going. Yeah.
I'm like, I know I don't sound completely country, and I had a lot of naysayers. You would be surprised at how many people were like, that's not country though. And I was like, okay, I'll keep going.
Yeah.
And I counted on that to get further. And then finally, when I stopped doing that and just started just
creating for you.
doing it,
Yeah.
it's funny when you stop searching for something, it usually comes to you.
But isn't it crazy? So the naysayers in country music, because when me and Kelsey were first dating, we had our country phase for I want to say like first 3 years of dating. We went to country
Daisy
concerts.
Dukes.
I'm telling you, it was crazy. It was nuts. We'd be at a concert almost every weekend.
That's insane.
Randy
Shotgun and Lone
Rogers,
Stars
or something.
I'm telling you, it was crazy. It was nuts, and I was so into it. And we start, the country genre as a whole, not just Texas country, but the country genre as a whole. There are so many naysayers about like country, but if you really look at it on the bigger spectrum of things, on the top dogs of country, it's more pop than it is country.
Interesting.
So
Interesting.
if you really look at it,
Actually, he's
if
right.
you really look at it, the top country people now are more pop than it is country. And then back when you were starting, it was more of like the Southern rock style of pretty much what you're doing.
Gilbert stuff.
Yes, it was. That's what was in
sense.
country
Yeah.
popularity at that point. That was what 2012ish.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's just
gotten pretty
crazy.
crazy.
Yeah, and the naysayers, it's like, how do you know? Like, you could say all you want to say about like country being a specific
yeah.
thing,
Genre,
but it's not.
right.
I mean, there's just so
It
much.
can't have that.
Right.
Exactly.
Like, well, here's what's funny is my I used to lean on that because I didn't have a mind of my own at one point.
Right.
And I was like, oh man, Texas country's where it's at. And it's like, if you Nashville, go home. And then like out of nowhere, there was one time when somebody said something about what was it? Not Kim Kardashian, Nicki Minaj.
Okay.
And they're like, man, that music's so stupid. I'm like, well, but she is making a lot of money, and a lot of people respect
Like
what
your
she's
stuff.
doing.
Yeah.
Yep.
And she's a successful musician, so you might want to consider that. And I was like, why? What's coming out of my mouth right now?
Right.
And then they're like, pop country, blah, blah, blah. I don't like Chris Stapleton. And I'm like, well, it's funny that Chris Stapleton wrote a lot of those songs whenever, you know, those hits that you hear from other artists like George Strait, like,
He was a writer.
Yeah.
I try not to say Luke Bryan. I'm still sore. I'm
Right.
still sore.
I still am. But that's a good point.
Sometimes I kick the dust up though.
Yeah. Kick it.
But that's a good point you bring up though, because now I think about it. When you think about some of the biggest charting songs, what's that song that went viral recently?
Oh, that one, and I haven't listened to it yet.
Yeah,
I keep seeing it. I'm like, there's the redhead beard guy.
that one.
And he's like this.
Yeah, he's going like crazy. Or the one before that, it's like bougie like Acapulco on a summer drive, and I'm just like, "Oh, that's not country. You know what I'm saying? The
pop.
country. I
Oh,
know, right.
you're talking about
Applebee's.
yeah.
I think so. That one's played at the football games and stuff like. It's like a viral song, but it has that more of that pop to it. Or the biggest one of all time that people call country is Old Town Road, but that's not a country song. And so it's like
And don't it break your achy, break your heart?
yeah, there you go. So
You know what I'm saying? And that's kind of what goes viral or what's a hit. You know, that's just that it is what it is. And they put it in
Controversy or relevance.
relevancy. I also feel
Familiarity.
like your ability to connect with the youth is huge in that
Yes.
sense too. Yeah. So
Which involves, you know, like with our band, the band Big Spring, we're going with more of an outlaw approach. But here's the thing, you know, a lot of people, they're like I got a message from somebody, they're like, Luke Combs, you're playing Luke Combs? That's not country. That's not outlaw country. And I was like, well, I said, bending the rules and doing things that people don't expect you to do, that's outlaw.
Yep.
You know, breaking those rules of what people think is outlaw, you know, whatever y'all are
That's outlaw.
deciding that is.
Exactly.
You know, I'll sing some Britney Spears right now. Don't tempt me.
Yeah, push.
And
That's the case.
I'll sing Bye 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 right now from NSYNC. By the way, bye bye bye. You know,
that's interesting. Okay.
so it's kind of like, yeah, it's all a perspective thing, and when I realized, you know, you can't you can bash someone and have an opinion about their art, you know, what they're doing, or you know, just anything in general, you know, their success, but it's either jealousy or ignorance.
Yeah.
You know,
That's all it is.
it's like you give credit where it's due. Hey, you're successful.
Yep.
Thank you. That's it.
Maybe it wasn't good for you to do what you did, but you know,
Yeah, you're doing good.
congrats on your success.
Yeah. And even if it's not, so this is the other thing too for, you know, any of the younger generation that's coming up to where you're at now, that's starting this venture maybe. There are going to be a lot of naysayers.
Oh yeah.
I mean, if you don't have naysayers, you're probably not doing something right.
No, yeah, absolutely. No, that's you know you're doing.
I got a can of beans for this one.
You know you're doing something right if they make a fake Instagram account.
Oh yeah.
Golly.
That's true. That's
I was
very
all
true.
3,000 followers. Cool.
You trying to get at me?
Start posting your own stuff on their fake Instagram.
I'm all, hey, check this out. This is fake. Yeah, better watch out.
They trying to be like me. What's up?
I reported them. You know, still pending.
Yeah, Facebook.
I forgot what we were talking about. But
Meta. Y'all need to
Meta.
figure y'all stuff out right now.
No. So out of all the country like artists that you know or admire and stuff like that, if you have one collaboration or one artist you want to get a song with, who would it be?
Travis Tritt.
Who's that? See, I don't know. I need
Travis
to give her a verse.
I always get that. Or dang it, man! I had to think. In
Okay, two. Okay, two.
It's
Chris Stapleton and Travis Tritt.
Chris Stapleton.
Because that would
I'll
be
take that.
the most insane trio in one song.
So you want to know something crazy? And I want everyone to go on YouTube and watch this. But Chris Stapleton, one of my favorite clips ever with Chris Stapleton has to do with Justin Timberlake. They played together
Really?
on the, I think it's a CMA stage. They and I can't remember what year it was.
It was a song they played together?
Yes,
Like,
it's a song.
okay,
I think it was Tennessee Whiskey.
They did that
That's a
one.
good song.
And then they played Justin. They played his song. I can't remember what his song's called. Shoot, it's gonna bug me, but they played his song. Chris Stapleton and him duetted and collaborated and played that song.
Like a Crossroads.
And that freaking
It was
that the CMA is shut it down.
Wow.
Yeah,
Like that was
'cause-
the performance of the
What's it
year.
called?
Drink You Away by Justin Timberlake. And Chris Stapleton sang it with Justin. And I'm telling you, that collaboration, I would have never in a million years thought that would be a great collaboration. And I was like, I swear I've watched that thing 1,000 times.
Wow.
dude. And
Yeah.
that's the thing. It's people love watching other people play well with others,
Yes.
you know, and you also see how beautiful something can be. Like you would have never put those two together, you know.
Never.
You never put peanut butter and jelly together, but guess what?
Hey, that's fire.
delicious.
That's fire. That's the sure. I think peanut butter is like the best American invention, but that's just me.
You're lying.
I'm dead serious.
It's milk.
Fried PB&J. You're welcome.
It's definitely.
And I'm sorry.
It's definitely peanut butter and jelly. But yeah,
You're welcome. I'm sorry for
So we got to hit up Chris Stapleton
Yes.
and Travis Kent.
Trit.
Travis Tritt,
That's what I said. And let him know,
Clark Kent. And,
Clark Kent.
Superman.
And let him know.
well, actually, you know,
Well, actually, the angry wise. You know, that reminds it. Drop a calculator.
yeah, that's what I did it from.
That's where you got it from.
Good old Chris D'Elia.
Oh, bro, he's a connoisseur.
Excuse me, sir. My calculator. I gotta get to class.
Bardar.
Bardar. Dude, I love Chris D'Elia.
He's awesome.
You gotta explain.
We're not explaining. We were at a comedy show.
Yeah.
We were at his.
Did you watch Chris D'Elia when he was here?
He came to
He
Midland.
came.
Or the Wagner.
Him and I both went. And it was
I
good
didn't
stuff.
because my future was too bright. I'm just kidding.
He was like, I was playing at a concert. You know, I was doing my own thing.
I was big talented.
I was gonna wear my glasses. I was like, should I be like Chris D'Elia
Or
on?
No.
My future's too bright. You know.
I get it. I get
funny.
it.
Oh, but what? Like
So-
Chris D'Elia?
So I have one question for you. Out of all venues in the world, what would be your go-to venue to play at?
That's a good one. Don't say La Hacienda.
He's definitely not saying bro.
Place is crazy.
That's for retired guys. Don't say that one.
La Hacienda.
Yeah, don't say that one. Say anything but that one, all right?
Be a good time to plug my show in about La Hacienda.
Right?
No, it depends. Are we talking like?
Like, let's say
Local?
you got a huge viral video. You became this.
Oh, where would I want to
You,
be?
yes,
Yeah.
you became this
You're at the
sensational pinnacle of
your
the
career.
best career, and there was one place that you would play at. Where would that place be at?
The
Venue.
Ryman,
Where's that at?
Nashville, the Grand Ole Opry.
Oh yes, Grand Ole Opry. Yes.
Yeah,
What's
I mean
so,
that'd be nice. You know,
what's so special about that place?
oh, just like that's what's the well known as like the
That's how you know you made it.
yeah. You
Yes.
know, I've watched a lot of the people that they were like levels above me
Yeah.
or ahead of me, but like now they're there like just doing it, and I'm like I'm on my way. You know, so it's like
My bad.
ushering in, like playing that, but also close seconds, Red Rock in Colorado, or is that what it's called?
Never
Red
heard
Rock
of it.
Amphitheater.
Look it up.
Red Rock, maybe, but that would be cool. That'd be real cool.
Sounds cool.
Just know that the Game Changer is coming right with you. I'm just saying.
Hey,
I'm just saying,
come
bro. We're gonna be up backstage just cheering you on.
And be like
Just
this.
a-
Yeah,
tall black
I got
guy.
some rum for you. I mean water. I mean water.
Some water.
are you drinking now or not? Like,
So yeah.
I sobered up a handful of times, or not a handful, a few times.
Yeah.
That counts. But I had to like reset,
Yeah.
you know, because I got to the point where I was like drinking way too much.
Gotcha.
Like I passed out in the Whataburger drive-through after I ordered.
Hey,
know what?
It was convenient.
you
They
sound
honked
like you sound like an old friend of ours.
That's funny you say that.
Isn't me?
I've seen. That's not as uncommon as you think. That's pretty common.
I'm gonna call him out because I told him I would call him out on this podcast.
Oh,
Do you
hell
remember
yeah.
Jonathan
Jonathan.
Biggs?
Oh,
He passed out in
did
McDonald's
not.
in the
did not.
drive-through. Yeah, in the drive-through.
You know
he
what's
passed
funny?
out.
He looks
Yeah.
like the type to pass out.
He definitely did.
he was there at that house
Yeah.
event.
Yes, the house event that
house event
you
when
sang
we-
some songs. Yes, he was at that house event.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, that was it.
Man, it's one
He
of the
wasn't there, but he was there. You know?
Yeah, exactly. He was in the McDonald's drive-through sleeping. Probably.
sleeping.
Well,
that
I
day.
mean, you get when you end up pulling a Jonathan, which is we're starting a new thing.
It is
Pulling a Johnny.
Pulling a Johnny.
Pulling a Johnny.
That should be a song. Pulling a Johnny.
Probably shouldn't do that.
He should probably hang it up. I'm
Do you
just
at
saying.
least remembered what you ordered?
Oh yeah.
Because they woke
Triple
up and it
meat.
was okay.
Triple
there
meat.
you go.
So like I had triple meat, large fries, jalapeno ranch on brioche bun. I didn't know you could do that, but
could do
I'd
that?
started. And they're like, "Is there anything else?" I'm like, "Yeah." Could I get that on brioche? And they're like, at first I didn't know how to pronounce brioche.
Oh,
Brioche.
Brachi. That's how I say it. So I'll learn something new
But when you
today.
pull up, you forget,
Yeah.
Exactly.
especially when you're,
Especially when you're
especially whenever you're,
You're
on the
pulling a
board.
Johnny.
Especially when you're pulling a Johnny.
Pulling a Johnny.
That's exactly what it's called
Well,
out.
they
I'm
they were
tagging
honking at me from behind,
There you go. Okay.
honking at me from behind, and I was all, "Amen."
Happens.
Like I was prepping.
Hallelujah. Let's
Lord,
go.
help this food. Amen. Aaron, no, I'm good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Why are you knocking on my window for?
When you have to get sobriety checks at HEB parking lots,
Oh, God.
just because you passed out there,
Yeah, you're down bad. You're down bad.
so
It's life, though.
I had to like once if I can see where I'm at whenever I'm like I can see the line now. It's like, oh,
Yeah, not bad. I'm going home.
I'm learning that and also the beer before liquor thing. That's very real, very real.
Okay.
Very.
Beer all day, then whiskey. A couple shots of whiskey, you're done. Good night.
Good night.
Good night. You're going to bed right now.
But not before you start making some terrible phone calls that you won't remember in the morning.
So, yeah, go to Whataburger. You know where else you should go to? CourseCareers.com. Guys, college has gotten expensive. I know how it is. I know how it feels. So make sure you head over to CourseCareers.com to get your certificates for your degrees in IT, digital sales, and much more. Their courses are cheap, and if you use code FAB50, you can save $50 off a course. Our second sponsor for the show is ourselves. Danny, want to go first?
Yeah. So Danny Montoya with Monument Realty, realtor here in Andrews, Texas. Also sell everywhere else in the Permian Basin. Let's say Big Spring, Monahans, Odessa, Midland, Greenwood,
whole lot.
Pecos, everywhere in the Permian Basin. If you got a house for sale, give me a call.
Give them a call and give me a call too if you're looking for any marketing needs. I am your marketer preferred. I'm the reason why his big old head is every goddamn where. So I can do the same thing for you. I build websites, make commercials, and I make sure that you are on top of the Googly. Googly is everything nowadays. So make sure you hit me up as well. And our last sponsor is the man, the legend himself, Mr. JR McNutt. Tell them about you and what you do and where they can find you on social media.
You can find me on Facebook under JR McNutt Music. You can also check out my band, the band Big Spring. You can Google all these things. Make sure you add music at the end of McNutt. You might see some things you don't want to see. Or you might.
Yeah.
Or you might.
It's up to you.
I don't know.
It's up to you. But make sure you check out his album, Origins, out now and on every streaming platform that you can look for. So, with that being said, we're going to get right back into the main episode.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to the GameChangerZ Network. We're back live in the studio with J.R. McNutt.
Woo!
And he has a new single coming out in January. It's called Whiskey Breath. And this is the first time live that people are going to hear the song.
First time you're hearing it on the Game
give us a
Changers.
little snippet of that.
Ooh, take it away. J.R. McNutt, everybody. Woo-hoo!
My people come from the red dirt, blue collared shirts, where the West was won where a real man rocks a farmer's tan. We don't like to mix our words. We don't trust everything we've heard. Your soapbox ain't for everyone. So step on down, let's have some fun. Let's do some drinking, have a party. That's how we heal the broken hearted. Let's have a good time, spend some money. Boy, your DC jokes just ain't that funny. You can check it at the door or tip your head. 'Cause I won't waste my whiskey breath on that.
Woo!
Yeah.
J.R. McNutt. Who says Andrews, Texas don't got no damn talent? This
Bro.
is in the flesh right here.
Shoot.
You heard it here
Nothing but
first.
talent over here, man.
You heard it here first on the Game Changers, baby. Hey.
You heard it first.
Listen, man, that's one hell of a voice.
So all I'm saying,
One hell of a voice.
since you got your guitar and everything, what is your what's one of your favorite songs to sing with a guitar?
Like cover?
Yeah, cover.
Cover wise? Shoot.
Is there a
Do
favorite?
you have a favorite song you go to?
That's your like go to. Let's say that you're playing venues, whatever, and you're like go to.
Let me see. Hold on. I got you.
Oh, here we go. Let's tune it.
Let's sync it up.
Hey, it's all right. Let them tune it up real
It's
quick.
that hold my beer.
What's a guitarist's favorite fish? Tuna.
There you go.
Tuna?
There you go.
Oh
Guitar
yeah.
tuna.
Yeah. Bobby, you getting it? What you get?
Are you getting that?
He's on his phone. Trying to get all that.
What's an inappropriate string on a guitar?
Appropriate. What that mean?
Well, it depends on if you're talking about the D or the G.
The G. Did you know that guitars
We
have a
always-
G string?
G strings are always needing maintenance.
Always doing something. That's the loud one, right? That's the higher one, right?
The biggest one.
And the G one, and the G is the biggest one.
Me no know.
The D's the smallest one. Fun
Exactly.
fact.
Fun fact. The D is the smallest. And the
Well,
G
not the
is
smallest, but
pretty close. I mean, I'm just saying.
And
It's
that's
pretty
what she
close.
said.
Man.
EA Sports.
See.
That's what she said. That's what she said.
That's how every game should start. The new Madden.
You're always playing that EA Sports. I'm sorry, mother. Like that's a narrator voice. Anyway, sorry, I'm going. ADHD.
ADD. Yeah.
Nice.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
That's so.
All right, here we go. There's a bottle on a dresser by your ring, and it's empty. So right now I don't feel a thing. Now I'll be hurting when I wake up on the floor, but I'll be over it by noon. That's the difference between whiskey and you. One's a devil, one keeps driving me insane, and times I wonder if they ain't both the same, and one's a liar that helps to hide me from my pain, and one's a long gone bitter truth. That's the difference between whiskey and you. Yeah, that's the difference between whiskey and you.
Man, I got some tears in my eye.
Bro, I can't even clap because I'm lost for words, bro.
Oh man,
Bro.
man, I love this.
Somebody give me a tissue.
Can I be here every week?
Like tomorrow, bro.
This is like therapy, but in a good kind. It's
In a
like
good
we're not talking about the bad stuff.
This is really good.
So you're an amazing person. Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. I'm not feeling really good. You know?
Bro, I have so much respect for guitarists because when COVID happened, I was stuck in my dorm because I was in college with a guitar, and I tried. Remember, everyone was working from home, and I was in school at home.
Yeah.
So I tried for 6 hours straight to play the guitar, and I ended up giving up because I sucked. But you are damn good.
And the fingers, man.
Yeah, bro.
It's
hard.
I would say I played till I bleed. I didn't let it get that bad. I'm like, ow! I'm like, ouch!
Okay, we're done. We're done.
Time to pawn it.
See? Like that's just to me, I got mad respect. So
Thanks.
So for half, and that's a good question. For half of the songs and the lyrics, do you just memorize how to play them, or does it come second hand to you?
I had to learn how to sing and play at the same time, and that kind of perfected as it went.
You're right.
But yeah, I mean, you have to learn the song for what chords you're going to be playing,
Right.
And then when the words are coming in. Timing's important. But yeah,
I will say that is very difficult because I play acoustic, not that good, but I play acoustic, and it's hard to like sing when you're strumming.
Yeah.
Because I'm so used to keeping a mentone,
Yeah, it's like you just do this part, and then you go to the next one.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So whenever you're singing, I want to sing it on one of the downs or ups, and then when you change chord progressions, and you're trying to sing something. It's hard, man. It's really hard.
It is. Like I had to treat it like percussion.
Yeah.
And then so it's like learn how to sing. It's like trying to beat Phil Collins. No, it's not.
I was like,
Way less equipment to carry here, I remember.
No, and you do have that, and we said this in the first half, you do have that wide range in your voice. And just in that song alone, you can see the lows and the highs.
Oh, yeah.
Where you were reaching out for like that extraness. So I like that, man. And how do you discover you have a voice like that? You know what I'm saying? Because of course the shower singing does so much for you, but there's more to it afterwards, Like, how do you discover that?
I always felt like from a really young age,
Yeah.
I was always singing the songs. Like, I remember in first grade, they signed me up for the talent show because I was singing in class to the Lion King soundtrack. I want to be the very best.
Yeah.
I don't know if you have to. Anyway. So yeah, they put a little Burger King hat on me and made me sing "Can't Wait to Be King." Now that I think about it, I don't know if they're making fun of me or not.
They hating on you,
I
guys?
don't know. Was that my class? I mean,
Well, I mean, it was in Coma.
okay, I was about to say that wasn't me because I don't remember that. I would remember that,
wasn't
for
me.
sure.
It was a bit particular.
I drew it. The day before that, I drew a piece of art that I was really proud of. It was a 3-legged dinosaur.
Nice.
But then I sing, and they're like, "Hey, talent show, no live art, just."
Yeah. Don't do the 3-legged dinosaur thing. Singing's your thing, buddy.
I'll stop trying to tell jokes too.
Definitely your thing.
I just gotta let them flow. But
That's so cool, man. All right, so what makes you kick, man? What makes you go? What makes you go? If it's not this music, then what is it?
man, it is music. It there's in the silence, it doesn't ever seem. Music has always been the thing that gets me through everything.
For sure.
Yep.
It's like how the movies have the soundtrack, the backing, cinematic stuff. That's how my life feels, whenever I write it out.
That's cool.
And the thing is history repeats itself. Certain songs that had a certain meaning behind them completely changed whenever the characters in my series changed.
That's a good.
That's a good analogy.
Yeah, very good analogy.
And sometimes they even relate more, or certain people hold that role way more profoundly than the ones before that. Or ADD kicked in probably. But
Good.
so the song Bones.
Yeah.
I wrote that song about. I'm just going to say it.
You got to
Say
I wrote
it.
that song. I was mad at my drummer.
Do I know this drummer?
I don't know.
I'm sorry, that's hilarious.
But
He played bad. He was like, "Nah, bro, you gonna hear this."
The perspective changed after a while because like the songs, like it originally was starting that the verses it says you never think about the coldest hour of your life, just talk about treat people with respect more,
Right.
and at the time my perspective was also altered, so it wasn't like just sorry man. Anyway, so but later on, and it was kind of it was cool to realize this because I played a show at Woody's Hideaway in Midland, and I played Bones, and this gentleman walks up like right after I play it, and he shakes my hand, and he goes, "That took me right back to Iraq." And I was like, "I'm so sorry." He goes, "No, like
That's good.
that song." He goes, "Where can I get it?" And I was like, "It's not available."
Yeah.
It's right here, in here.
Yeah.
But so my perspective changed on it, and I was like, "Man, it's on the battlefront kind of thing." Like, or do they want to see your face or do they want to see your bones? And I'm like, "Whoa,
See what I'm saying? See what you.
what have you done to make your name known?" Like, man, like it excites me whenever I get to listen to like those words, and like if it's that strongly for me, and other people are like, "Whoa, that's deep." It's like, wow, cool.
Okay.
Yep.
So that's where my journey kind of.
Swerve through.
Yeah, I'll follow the signs and the signs things that are of relevance, or if it's something that my dad used to say, a lot of times it would be someone mentioning my dad that I never met before, and they're like, "Yeah, you'd be proud of you right now,"
That's cool.
and it's like, all right, I'll keep going.
Yep.
Okay.
I'll keep it going.
So let me ask you, because so I used to make music my whole life. Not music, videos. I made music videos my whole life. Whether it's
wow,
like random skits or just like random school projects, I've always made them, right? And so whenever I want some inspiration, I'll just go watch what my dumb young self was up to, and kind of fall back into that. So do you have something like that with your music, where you kind of go back and look at like some of your previous songs and kind of see how you felt and how you remember what you were thinking during that time frame?
oh, okay, so like it brings back like a nostalgia.
Yeah, there
Almost.
you go. Yeah.
Yeah, on it just really depends on the song,
Gotcha.
but yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I feel that.
pass. Just kidding.
So I think music does that for all of us,
True.
because I can be going like just hanging out at the house. Some
Memories.
Texas country comes on, and I think right back to 2012,
Yeah.
and then Lil Wayne comes on. I'm like, shoot, 2008, 2009.
Yeah, back in the time.
God,
Back when I worked out at the purple and yellow neon lights place.
exactly, yeah. So stuff like that. I'm not saying
They
that.
brought him back.
Anyway,
Look at that goofy bouncer. Look at that goofy bouncer.
Bring your mic closer. But yeah, so that's funny you say
yeah.
that. Yeah. But no, I mean in the sense of like, do you ever go back to not to reminisce, but like, okay, what was I thinking during that time frame? Like, why did I make?
Oh
this
yeah,
song?
where was I? Yeah,
Yeah.
Where was I? Like, what state of mind was I
There
in?
you go.
Yeah.
There you in.
I can do that. Like, well, whenever I'm playing the songs that I wrote, like my song "Where Did You Go," which is about my dad, and he passed away. So, I remember when I was writing the song, I really didn't know what I was doing. I just kind of was. I didn't even plan on writing a song. I was like, I gotta find
Get
an
it
outlet
out.
right here.
Yeah.
And it was the first Father's Day without him, and I got a box of memories, and I found a birthday card, and that birthday card is what made me write the song. And it's like, it ends with talking about that. It's like a birthday card from long ago. It said, "I'm proud of you, son. Don't let go." But
Wow.
yeah,
Kind of just gave me the chills a little bit.
And when playing the song, like there's a part where it says, "I can feel the darkness closing in like a roaring battle we won't win, but I won't give up without a fight because in my hand I hold this light." And that's when I was holding my dad's hand, and he passed away. I was watching the monitor just.
You can
And
put the guitar down, by the way. I ain't want you to hold it the whole time. Yeah, I don't know
mean,
if it's
if you
comfortable
want-
or not.
He's like, this is my comfortable spot.
I'll just grab a pillow.
You're good.
There we
But
go.
That's very deep, man.
So when my dad passed away,
So this is therapy. Here we go.
Bro, if you start making music out that pillow, you're just God.
Daddy go bye-bye, and I started singing songs.
So
That sums it up. Sorry.
That's pretty much what it was.
that's
yeah.
amazing, though. I think those moments are moments you want to cherish your whole life.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah. And what's funny is my my buddy Brent, who owns the train car in Big Spring. He helped me realize that. He was like, make sure you take in every experience that you're, during the journey. Don't just aim towards the future and get the next big thing. Make sure you're taking in
Everything.
those memories. And I've lately caught myself, just kind of sitting there going, man, I'm just really glad, or I'm really happy enjoying this company with these people, being with family or just friends and stuff. And it's like, you take it in, like watching my band setting up and goofing off on stage. And I'm just back there just like, yeah, it's
cool.
every bit of worth it, and then the night of performing, it's a killer show. And then getting to take that in. Yeah. Just cherishing each moment.
That's
Got
got to
you.
be everything, man.
So now that you're talking about moments, I want to get into what we call a game changer moment. So what moment in your life was your defining moment of musicianship, or like that you knew that you were going to be a game changer musician here, or in your mind that you were like, this is it. This is my journey. I'm going to be a musician, like your turning point.
Your brain clicked.
It's when I got asked to do my job. Like, okay.
Explain.
So I worked at a car dealership.
Okay. So
It was the last job I had before I
sold
jumped.
cars.
Yeah. Well, I didn't sell them, but I tried to.
How did y'all not buy for this man with this voice?
Right.
Oh,
all
man.
you had to do was sing. They
So
would've bought.
I was like, and I'm like, do you need any live music sometime? Like, so I was booking more shows than I was selling cars.
Oh, that's such a hard statement, yo.
And I was
So
like,
gangster.
I was like, yes, sir, absolutely. This is not like out in the lobby. Yes, sir, absolutely. Yes, thank you so much. Looking forward to it. See you soon. And they're all like, is that a sale?
Damn.
That's Jeremy's voice right there. Is that a sale? And I was like, kind of.
Yeah.
Not for you.
Kind of. And he goes, when are they coming in? I was like, well, I'm going to them. And he goes, like, I don't follow that. So later on, and this is not long after my wife left me, now ex-wife. My wife left me, and so I was like in like a really hard spot in my life. I was about to lose my place, and at this point, I was like, man, I really just I don't care anymore, And so whenever but I was doing the music, and that was something I cared about. So whenever they called me in the office, they're like, hey, so your sales are lacking, and you have more shows than you do cars sold. I was like, well, I have 2 out already, and they're like, that's for the month. And I'm like, well, we got a few more days, and they're like, there's 3 more days for this month, and I'm like, you never know, things turn around in 3 days. Yeah. I'm all, ask Jesus,
Jesus. God can make anything possible.
And on the 3rd day, he sold a car. Like,
There's a will, there's a way.
on the 3rd day, he sold a Honda. Not a sponsor.
Sponsored by God.
Sponsored by God, kind of. But what was I saying?
Squirrel.
Yeah, definitely.
Really fast.
Tall, fast squirrels.
So your manager basically hit you up.
Oh yeah. So, thank you for getting me back.
You're good.
I was out there like, hey,
Left field.
like it's all right, I got you. Like God,
God,
full
yeah.
circle.
Sorry, I got you, God.
Love you, fam. So yeah, my boss was like, so you really need to decide on what you want to do. And I was like, and when he said that, I go, and I started deciding what I wanted to do.
Right in
On
that
the
moment.
spot.
Smoke started coming out of my ears. I was just like,
Like a Tom and Jerry meme.
and I started thinking out loud, which is bad.
Yeah.
Not a good. I was like, well, Well, I could always come back and do this. I was like, but I can't do the music. Like, I might as well give this thing a run for its money. I was like, so I think we're wasting everyone's time. And he goes, and they're like, I was like, yeah, so I quit.
On the spot.
On the spot.
Damn.
And about a year later, that's when I released Secondhand. And even though it was, to me, I was like, that's not even, yeah, we're on the radio, but that's not enough.
Right.
Like, I want to keep going.
Yeah.
But because it was playing locally on my radio station in my home in Big Spring, my boss, he came up to me later on and he goes, "Hey, you're on the radio." He goes, "I'm so glad I hired you." And I was like,
Thanks.
"Thank you. I'm so glad that you led me to the journey." Like, I mean, did I quit? Yes. Did I suck at my job? Yeah, because I wasn't meant to do that, but I needed to know that.
Right.
So, but that was the moment where it was
The
like,
turning point.
yeah, because I was like, I'm a full-time,
Musician.
what's more motivation than having a fire behind you,
Yeah.
So I was like, I already lost everything else. What's one more thing?
You know what? That moment is called the turning back point. I think Steve Harvey calls it the turning back
Yes,
point.
that's exactly.
And so that moment when your back is against the wall, you have nothing to fall on, and you go, all you do is just focus on. That's what I had. That's why I do what I do. Probably the same thing he did what he did with the business and oil field and stuff. So
It's a beautiful,
beautiful
thing.
It's bittersweet.
Yes,
Because in the moment it's like, oh, but
it's the scariest thing.
But isn't it? So I was just on a podcast yesterday talking about this, but the analogy was being in a pressure cooker. So isn't it crazy how when God puts us in a pressure cooker, He's like, "All right, go do this." Like He's pushing us in the direction. He's like, "All right, this car dealership thing isn't working out for you, but I know this is going to work for you. So
go do it.
Cook it up. Go." Right. Kind of same situation, happened with me, oil field into real estate. It was COVID, pressure cooking time. I was in there. It's like unemployment for a couple of months. And it's like, what are you going to do? You're in a pressure cooker. You're either going to go back this direction or you're going to move forward this direction.
Yeah.
So
Pressure
what are you doing? Let's go.
Makes diamonds.
Or makes diamonds. That's what it does. And most of the time, if you're following the right direction, it's going to make a diamond. And I'm glad it made Mr. J.R. McNutt here.
It made a boulder. And that's okay. The bearded boulder.
Ooh, I like it.
There's my new album title. You heard it here first.
Trademark.
GameChangerZ Network.
Okay. So what's next for you, Big Dog? What you got coming up next? What plans you got coming up?
Recently.
Well, actually.
A couple weeks, past month or so. No, it was July. A couple months. We got to share the stage with Sundance Ed. And we also got to share the stage just a couple weeks ago with Jason Boland and stage right. Jason Boland and Kevin Fowler.
Oh, nice.
Leading up to September 15th, playing with the Randy Rogers Band.
September 15th.
Y'all better be there.
Hey.
La Hacienda Event Center.
La Hacienda. Let's go.
Not the buffet restaurant.
The
But that does sound good.
Yes, the one off 191.
191 La Hacienda.
And you're opening? You're opening for them?
It's gonna be full band. The band Big Spring opening for
freaking
Randy.
opening.
He's opening.
And last time I played with him, that's what she said. Last time I played with him, or with the band, it was a sold out show, and there was about 3,000 people there.
I guarantee you it's going to be sold out again.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to push this event as much as we can,
Big
get
time.
everyone, hopefully from Andrews, to go out and support JR.
He better.
Absolutely.
Or Richard.
Or Richard, if you know him from back in the high school day. He's not. It's not JR. Richard.
Richard McNutt.
Richard McNutt. He's right here.
Excuse me. I'm sorry.
Sorry, guys.
They called me McMullet back then too.
McMullet.
Yes, he did have a mullet.
That's crazy.
He really did.
And
Still
looks
there.
good.
still here.
Still looks tasty.
So that's what's coming up next for you, like
love it.
in this month. Do you have any plans for the rest of this year, for the next 2 years, 5 years? Do you have like a kind of goal set?
It scares me. Just kidding. Well, I mean, I'm looking forward to the beginning of the year when we're releasing the music video, and that's also going to be released out on. I don't know if I can talk about this yet.
Oh, hold on. When's the release date?
Well,
Yeah.
the specific date I'm trying to figure out, but that's not on me. But we're working with the American Country Network, which they just did a story on the Billboard. What is it called? Billboard.com.
Yes.
Like the Billboard charts and stuff.
Yep.
So I was like, I don't know what else to call it, but so that channel is launching for 2024. So that's kind of what we're aiming for.
Nice.
So once that's there, then we'll be on that channel,
Gotcha.
which is going to be available on Apple Apple TV, Amazon, everywhere.
Man, that's the main thing people watch.
Roku.
So, Roku.
Roku. Yeah, that's gonna
Roku.
That's gonna be
Get
big
them on
channels.
there. Get them on there.
So
That's what's up.
that's what we got our site set on. In the meantime, I'm performing shows, doing acoustic shows available for private events.
Yeah.
Yes.
So holler at me.
So real estate people, I'm telling you right now, the next broker open I have, he's gonna be live
be there.
there.
Yeah.
It's gonna
I
be
struck it
amazing.
rich. I mean, I can't wait. I can't wait just to help people get into their homes that they love.
Right. No, but if I don't know how the musician, I want you to tell young musicians out there really what it takes, the grind, the hustle, the hours. Like for you now being where you're at, what piece of advice would you give to the younger generation trying to be next level musicians?
Don't listen to negativity. Hear it, but don't follow it. Like, man, what's the best way to put this? I really didn't have an itinerary or like some type of gameplay when I started. Right. So my piece of advice was this, or would be this: work with other artists, network, build yourself up, get stage experience. Don't be afraid to make mistakes, because once you do, you're limiting yourself from being able to create something pretty awesome. Don't give up.
No.
Don't give up. Right. It's easy to want to give up. There were times where I would look at the end of the month and I'm behind on everything, and all of a sudden just
Gets there.
because things got tight.
Yep.
But don't give up. Don't give up. That's the bottom line. And once you find your calling, that's just where it's at.
Once you find your purpose, everything works for you.
Know where you're heading. I always wanted to be on the next level, but I never understood the work that was behind it.
Right.
And a lot of times people will look at things in an entirety instead of looking at the next step, and that's what's important.
Gotcha.
Because once you do all the small stuff, that's when it boosts up.
Right.
Like that's whenever you have that opportunity to handle the bigger things, the bigger
Projects
goals.
and stuff. Yeah.
So the next thing I want to kind of talk about is, I know that being in a band or being a musician is really expensive. You got lights, you got cameras, you got instruments, you have fuel. I mean, there's so many things that go to being a band and traveling and doing these shows. Is there a way that somebody could donate or sponsor to the Big Spring Band?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. By dialing this number right here. Now, I guess the best way to put it is for sponsorships and things like that would be to reach out to my bandmate.
Man. What's his
Yeah,
name?
I wish he was here. He wanted to be here, but he couldn't. He couldn't make it.
What's
He has a
bandmate's
show
name?
with I think Mark McKinney,
Okay.
but Bobby Barber.
Bobby Barber. Okay.
Reach out to
We're going to put his contact information right here.
Yeah. There you go.
TBBS, baby. The
Bobby
band
Barber.
expert.
reach out to the Spring Band. Make sure you help them out. They got goals to be places to go. And as Game Changers, we want to support.
Grateful for all and any support. I'm also taking sponsorships for my own solo stuff as well,
There you go.
because a man got to eat.
Man got to eat.
Man's
Man
gotta
got to eat.
But yeah, it's
So, and I have one more thing because I know we're about to go. We're running real short on time. But do you have any dreams or any projections of possibly doing like an American Idol, a Voice, anything like that?
Something.
not since season 10 of American Idol when I auditioned in Austin, and I got knocked out of the round, but I was getting defensive, you know.
Yeah.
But actually, I did have I should be on The Voice, or not on The Voice, but auditioning for The Voice.
Okay.
And also, yeah, I haven't done any competitions in a while. I think it's time to scare some people.
I think it's time to get back.
Kick some dust up.
Yeah.
Like,
Stir
you
the
know.
pot a little bit.
But I mean, I enjoy watching those kinds of shows.
Yeah.
They're, and I think Morgan Wallen came out of that.
Oh yeah.
You know, Morgan Wallen, Kelly Clarkson, a lot of hard country hitters, you know, and just, you know, performers.
Huh. I didn't know that. See, I'm learning country. Hey, and I just learned J.R. McNutt.
Country Road. I didn't write that song.
Well, I should have. But man, thank you so much for hopping on the freaking
Yeah, man.
show, man.
Yes.
Thank you all.
J.R.
You guys are out.
McNutt. Guys, make sure you go check out. Try to get one more song.
Was it?
Think you can close this out?
Oh,
Close
one
out
more
with a
song.
song.
Close this out. Close this
Yeah.
out on the way to the song. Make sure you guys go check out freaking Origins. Make sure you check out J.R. McNutt on all social media. And he's going to head us out.
So we're going to do our little outro real quick, and then he's going to end it with the song, all right?
I'll send us out with a song. So
The older generation,
the newer generation.
in my generation,
Yep.
you too can become a game changer.
And take us away.
I wanted to have that in there.
Follow JR, baby.
I love you, but I'll leave you just as fast. I've been to the greener grass, and that's a fact. You try to make me think it's great, but you threw your lines and lost the bait. I love you, but I'll leave you just as fast. 'Cause I've heard it all before. Been chewed up and spit right out and left here on the floor. Given way too much for me to not know what's in store. So I'm not gonna love you anymore. Don't tell me that you're sorry for the past and turn into that girl who says that changes never last. I've given up my time and money to tell you that I love you, honey. Don't tell me that you're sorry for the past. Why? 'Cause I've heard it all before. Been chewed up and spit right out and left here on the floor. Given way too much for me to not know what's in store. So I'm not gonna love you anymore. Oh yeah. I made damn sure I'd give you one more chance. Even after it set me off to watch you in his hands, spinning around without a care in the world, acting like you were no one else's girl. But hell, I made damn sure I'd give you one more chance, 'cause I've heard it all before. Been chewed up and spit right out and left here on the floor. I've given way too much for me tonight.